First off, welcome. Glad you guys are here and be able to do this. But my thoughts on the game is, again, like I've said pretty much all year long, is we're a team that's growing. We're a team that's really learning what it takes to make plays against great teams. And again, we're still not there. Is that we have lapses where we get nervous, we get a little bit, we quit doing the things that got us to that point. Again, I thought the first half was really good into, a couple of minutes into the third quarter of us just really playing with a desire and making plays that we have to do. All the loose balls, all the rebounds were going our way. I think whenever they hit a couple of threes finally, our kids got a little nervous and like, oh no, what's now? And so then we quit doing those things that put you in a position to win an ACC basketball game. So, but overall is, again, we're growing. Again, I'm really proud of Kawhi. I think over the last 3 games, you've played extremely well and has really taken her game up a notch. And now we continually just have to keep getting better. Questions? Yeah.
You struggled to kind of develop that half-court offensive rhythm. What do you see there?
Yeah, it is. It's they're a team. Clemson's a team that changes defenses a lot and force you into, is that every pass is hard. They keep you on one side of the floor and ice ball screens and all that stuff. And so we had spent a lot of time in practice on just what are those reads, what are those looks. But until you have to face it with some kids that are quick and athletic, it's hard to simulate. And but again, I thought first half we got the looks we needed to, and even into the second half, I thought we had some good shots. We were only getting one of those shots. In first half, I thought we had a few more offensive boards that were crucial to us being able to make a possession, get a play, and we quit attacking the rim. Is that we did everything outside, and it's hard to get fouls or get to the free throw line or any of that stuff whenever you do that.
Coming out of half, you guys started off hot, and then they called a timeout, and then after the timeout, they went on a 22-7 run.
Yeah.
They did something different that year, or was it just kind of what you said? They kind of started playing nervous and turning over the ball.
Yeah, they started, and I think they backed up their press a little bit and condensed us and made us take a few more passes into trying to get from there into offense, and it disrupted us. And again, I think during that run they hit a couple of threes, and so it kind of broke our confidence a little bit. And but again, that's when you've got to continue to gave up a couple of old boards that were huge, a couple of loose balls that if we would have gotten our hands on, would have saved. I think they hit a 3 and a 5-point swing just on ones that we tipped and almost got. We didn't come up with them, and then they knocked down a 3, which really hurt us. So, yeah. So I think that was the major change. Is we just they shifted their defense a little bit, and then we got a little nervous.
You kept Thornton at single digits and Westbrook only at 12. How big in your premium plan was containing those 2 players?
Yeah, and was 2 of the 3. Number 5, was those 3 kids were the ones that we really wanted to try to pack it in as much as we could and force those other kids to make shots. And again, I thought a couple of their other kids really stepped up and did some great stuff. Collier played really well for them and all game long and really did some good stuff. But yeah, no, I was pleased with our ability to keep a good player like her who can really get her shot off really against anyone. We forced her to make some poor decisions, so I was pleased with that.
Well, career high, what do you see on the floor that maybe led to your success that you maybe haven't been seeing in the past few games?
I would say it came from the confidence from my coaches and then my teammates, and then, like you said, going over things that they do defensively in practice and just finding the open gaps and just shooting the ball in confidence.
Coach, going back to your early statement about rebounds, despite Clemson's obvious size advantage, you managed to keep the rebounding very close throughout. Was hustling for loose balls, hustling for rebounds a big part of the game plan today?
Absolutely. It's part of our identity, and it's the biggest part of our every day. We start with rebounding drills, and that's been a huge focus from where we started to where we are now. Is we are a better rebounding team. Again, you can tell we're not very big. We're not very big in frame. A lot of them are built like Kawhi, which is, and so we have to box out and go create contact and run down loose balls. And a lot of time it'll take 2 or 3 of us to battle some of these people in the ACC, and so it is. It's always a focus, and we've got to keep it close or even for us to have a chance to win games. Sir.
Clemson's field goal percentage kind of shot up in the second half. Can you talk about some of the offensive adjustments you saw them make, or some of the defensive adjustments you I guess wish you'd made?
Yeah, you know, and again, the third quarter was pivotal. You know, is that they, you know, were when they shoot 57 and 66. You know, they hit those 2 threes, and it just in a game like this, that's back and forth. That again is big. You know, and they're not a team that shoots a lot, and so whenever they're able to do that, but again in the fourth quarter didn't make as many shots, and we were able to get it back a little close, but again, for us to win we have to run down every we got to make them work for every shot, and I thought our energy level went down in the third and fourth quarter.
Do you think that's just because of the depth?
Yeah, I do. You know, I think that's part of it. You know, is that we're a team that's not very deep, and our freshmen are still learning what it takes to play in the ACC, and if they don't practice well, I'm not going to put them in a position in a game to play as much. And, you know, and so that hurts our depth, our foul trouble. Once Cass got, you know, in the third quarter, and then Danielle, you know, is that, again, with not being a deep team, whenever you have kids that now you've got to make choices on who's going to go get them. It hurts us. But, yeah, no, I think our depth is obviously something that we've got to address and get better at.
As kind of one of the seniors, how do you think the rest of the team handles the depth? Do you think they're kind of going at it with a good mentality, or do you think we need to see some of the freshmen kind of pick it up a little bit?
I think everybody's attacking it in the right way. I think everybody – I'm sorry, can you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
How do you think the team is handling kind of the depth issues so far with 3 players out?
I don't think it's a problem. I think everybody is, like, stepping into that position and taking ownership. And like he always says, make plays. So it just instills confidence in that person to step up.